People can join. We can fill them in. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, um, this live today was created, family, because Jay is amazing, first of all, and I understand and know that health is our wealth. And I also know that a lot of people are just trying to figure out ways in which they can take care of themselves from their homes while they are quarantined, right? So you've got several things. You cannot get to the gym. Maybe some of you have income that has been compromised. So being able to like buy nutritious foods might be a little bit harder for you. There just might be several different factors that make it increasingly more difficult to take care of yourself. And so for me, I was just like watching you, Jay, what you do, how you do it, why you do it. And I was like, yo, I definitely want to be able to share that with other people because I know that others would be blessed. So what is your Cash App real quick so I can pin that?
Um, I'll type it in the thing because it's kind of long. But
Okay.
it's like my full name, Javon LaFontaine.
Okay. So, if you all are inspired by any of the things that we talk about today, and you want to be able to throw Jay a couple coins, you know, we got to be able to take care of each other. It's real out in these streets now, and I believe that we should be able to do that. So cool. So, all right, yeah, definitely. So that's why this live was created. Jay is phenomenal. You are a personal trainer. Why don't you tell us what you do? Let me not.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got it pretty captured. So I'm a personal trainer. I've been doing that for about 7 years, and I'm also a certified sports and exercise nutrition coach. And yeah, it's been my work over the past 7 years to really support people in creating whatever it is that living a long and healthy and active life means for them, right? So for a lot of people, that's looked like learning how to lose fat so they can feel more confident in their body. But I think also, have the benefits of living in a healthier existence, of feeling more energy in their day-to-day life, of having their body feel strong and support them in their work and playing with their kids and lifting boxes and all these things that we do every day that when we're not actively taking care of ourselves, we take for granted and it is unnecessarily hard. And the other piece that I think that I really like to do is help make this whole thing with nutrition a little bit more easy for people, and create routines in their daily life that support all of that happening, not just for a 30-day challenge, right? But for the rest of your life. So, yeah.
I love that. Um, the other piece is that Jay was in foster care. And for many of you, you know that I was also in foster care. And so we are now foster alum. That is not our identity, but it is definitely part of our narrative. And I think, you know, it is amazing when it's not that we are perfect, but it is amazing when you can come from uh, this traumatic background and be able to understand and know the importance of self-care, because a lot of times in foster care you're not taught how to take care of yourself. Self-care, you got to just survive. And so I think there is something, I got to give you some kudos for flipping the narrative and being who you are. I'm super super proud of you.
Well, I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. So I promised you all that I would talk a little bit about my 74-pound weight loss. And Jay, feel free to chime in. We're having a conversation. It's not formal, but I in 2010 I weighed, I want to say it was like 196 pounds. And I did not know that I was that heavy until I actually was tagged in a picture on Facebook. And I was just like completely traumatized by what I saw. And I just got to a place where I was just like, yo, I've got to completely change my life, and not go on a diet, but completely go on a lifestyle change. And so for me, I found it very interesting that when I started to do a lot of forgiveness work and healing work and shadow work, the pounds started to come off. So when I met my biological mom, when I met my biological father, you know, that was like 20, 25 pounds right there. It came off. It just did. It's not magic, but it was just like a release was happening spiritually and then manifesting in the physical. The other piece of it is that I just started to do this clean eating, right? So I got this book called the Eat Clean Diet, which I don't like that they call it a diet. It's a lifestyle. But I got this book, and in it, I mean, the concept, you're probably aware, it was very simple. You know, you're eating 5 to 6 meals a day, with this being your meal size, 2 palms together, and this being your snack size. High protein, low carb, and they had just different cooler systems that you could follow. So cooler number 1 would be very, very strict. That would be for people who were, you know, get ready for their fitness competition or whatever the case may be. Cooler number 2 was less strict, and cooler number 3 was just relaxed, right? If you're not super aggressive and trying to lose the weight, that would have been the one for you. But I did cooler number 1 for about 5 months, and the weight just kept coming off. And it was crazy because I lost the weight without working out. So what ended up happening was I had a lot of loose skin, and I wasn't as tight as I could be in some areas. And then I eventually ended up transitioning to becoming 100% plant-based. And now I'm working out and blah, blah, blah. And so I've been able to maintain it for the most part. I mean, I definitely have my days and my months where it's just like, woo chow.
Right.
But,
we all have those.
but for me, it's the clean eating piece has been so important for not just aesthetic reasons, but also for my own mental health. And I work out because I want to feel good. I want to be able to power through my day. I want to be able to have more energy. I want to be able to sleep better. And so, I mean, it works for me, but then again, you're the master. I'm not. So what would you say, Jay, for someone who is like, yo, I'm ready for a lifestyle change. I've got several blockages. Maybe one of them is, okay, so let me just try to, what would you say for someone that is beginning? How do they overcome procrastination? That's my first question.
Yes, I love this. And first, like, so much of what your story, like, I totally resonate with. And I think I was funny because I was journaling right before this. And one of the things that I wrote down that I want everyone on here to hear is that when you stop viewing diet and exercise as a way to become good enough, and you start viewing it as a way to have more of what you want in your life, that's when everything really changes. Because until you do that, what you're going to experience in your fitness journey is a bunch of cycles of self-sabotage, right? Which is you starting and stopping and finding excuses and finding reasons you're not good enough and feeling these weird emotional things and this self-judgment that are going to lead to you eating too much and avoiding your workout or not trying or not showing up in the way that you could be showing up or know that you should be showing up. So I love that you said that. And I think as far as procrastination goes, the biggest thing is like learning how to just do it now. And I know that that sounds crazy, but I think that there's this blend of like procrastination for a lot of people comes from all or nothing. So it really feels like, are you procrastinating because you need to understand how to do it the exact right way? You feel like you don't know the right things. You feel like you have this story about what happened in the past and things you tried in the past, and you want to feel confident that you can overcome those things before you get started, right? So the only cure for that is to start taking action. But other side, the other really practical thing about that is my calendar has been a great way to kill procrastination, right? Like everything that is important to you in your life that you don't just want to haphazardly happen or happen sometimes, but that you actually care about and prioritize, you put it in your calendar. And that's the first thing I have my clients do for any new habits you're trying to build. Are you trying to eat 3 times a day? Put your 3 meal times in your calendar. Are you trying to work out 3 times per week? Put those 3 workouts per week in your calendar every Sunday. And life happens. We have to be flexible and accommodating sometimes. But the beautiful thing about like a Google Calendar or something is literally if you have a meeting that was supposed to be at 1 that got moved to 1:30 and your workout was scheduled at 1:30, you can literally slide that 1 hour slot 30 minutes up in your calendar, and we're still accountable for the commitments that we made to ourselves. Does that make sense?
100%. Thank you for that. So for someone that just has no idea, like, yo, how do I begin? I don't even know what my goals should be. I don't know what workouts to do. I don't know what to eat. How can you help them? How do you come into play with that?
Yeah.
Now that we're quarantined.
Right. As far as like, if you had nowhere to go, you had no idea, the best thing to do would be to get a coach, right? And I don't just say that because I'm a coach. I say that because that was literally my journey. And some people have figured out their own course, but like my story is that about 7 years ago, I was this weight. So for maybe you can't tell on the camera, but I'm about 223 pounds and 6'3". And 7 years ago, I was the same height, 6'3", but I weighed about 160 pounds. And
Wow.
I was dancing in college, so I was a skinny little lean bean. And dance had made my legs kind of muscular, but my upper body was like itty bitty. And for me, like that was enough for me. I was like, being a bottom heavy dude is not the flex for me anymore. And I had friends that were really passionate about fitness who I saw how good they felt. I saw how much they learned to love the journey. I saw the level of expertise and experience that they brought to the table for that. And I asked them to help me, and then I followed the process. I followed the process that they taught me. I asked questions that helped me not just be like I'm following a system, but I actually understand the why behind what I'm doing, because your understanding is what actually creates a lot of conviction too, right? It's not just like you can have faith, and you need faith to get started because nothing's going to happen until it happens. But then your understanding is what builds a lot of conviction. And that's why I teach a lot of clients to create a feedback loop too, which we can talk more about that later. So what I do for a lot of my clients, to answer your question, is it's a couple parts. So on the nutrition system, I love what you said about the coolers. I was trained something similar where it's called level 1, level 2, or level 3. But basically, understand how disciplined you are and understand what you want, right? So if you're taking no action at all and you have no understanding, a coach is a great place. And where I would start is take health, so your diet, and take your exercise and figure out what's the next thing you can do, right? So if you're going from just eating whatever, a lot of people should start with, okay, how do I get 2 palm-sized portions or 1 to 2 palm-sized portions of lean protein in every meal, right? Because the instant you're having enough protein, not only are you adequately supporting your body systems, but you're being fueled right consistently, which is going to help make you feel better. And this protein helps you make you feel more full. And my favorite thing about it is that for a lot of people, when they first start, we're under eating protein. So increasing your protein actually increases how much energy your body burns, just because it takes more energy to eat. Does that make sense as far as nutrition goes?
Absolutely.
And then on the exercise piece, it's like start moving. So I mean, it all depends on like where you're starting from. Once again, we'll take someone who has no experience exercising. I mean, there's so many free resources out there all the time, right? Like I have a link in my bio that's my favorite top 10 body weight workouts, and it's for free, and I'll email it to you if you just click on that link. But literally, you could take something like that, take each of the 10 exercises, and if you're a complete beginner, set a timer for 1 minute and do each of the 10 exercises, and boom, you've got a 10-minute workout. If you want a 20-minute workout, do it twice. If you want a 30-minute workout, do it 3 times, right? And the things that are in there are stuff we all know anyways. Push-ups, planks, burpees, crunches, bench dips, hip thrusts, squats, lunges, all these things that we did in elementary school, we've seen in some point in our life, right? But you might just need a little reminder. But resources, tools like that are a great place to start. And if you've got more specific goals or you're doing things already and they aren't working, a coach, someone like me, is a great place to kind of help you figure out what you specifically need, and the way that your specific body responds, and we can tweak and refine from there.
So how, what if you have someone who, you know, is just like depressed, you know, being quarantined right now. They may have lost their jobs, or they may just have like a spirit of loneliness, or there's just no one around to really just like be here in the physical to really kind of push them through that. Are you able to, do you have, you know, packages that might fit with some, I mean, I guess that's kind of, we don't know, you know, people's financial whatever. I mean, that could be, that's super broad of a question, but do
But
you
no, I
think,
totally hear what you're saying. So there's
yeah.
two things. I just launched a program. It's an live. So, and what that's going to be is you actually get to work out with me 3 times a week, and that's live on Zoom. And you'll get to do that with a supportive community and other people who are like you, who have similar goals. And that's super affordable. I think Melrose just dropped a code that gets you 20% off. Actually, and before the 20% off, it was only $100 a month. So, super good deal. And that's a
See how
great
I
place.
look out for you guys. So if you use the code Melro, then you'll be able to get 20% off. But here's the thing, you have to sign up today, family. So you want to make sure that you do that today by 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, you
Yes.
know, or whatever. But yeah, 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, you want to sign up for that. So they're able to work out with you. What about what to eat? Like how will they know what to eat?
Yes, that's a good question. So, there's a lot of great resources out there. As far as my program goes specifically, I work with a lot of people one-on-one with that, either by creating meal plans, which meal plans are a great learning tool. I think a lot of people can have a bad experience with them if it feels like this restrictive container. But if you're a person who has a lot of overwhelm around what to eat, having something simple, specific, that actually includes the things that you would want to eat is a really powerful thing for you. And so that's a great way for some people who are like, I don't need the support, but I need the container, the how do I take what I like and the correct things and do that consistently. A meal plan is a great option. And then some people, I do offer coaching. And coaching is a great tool for people who want that one-on-one support, who want that accountability ongoing over time. And that's been a really powerful tool for a lot of my clients who are going through a lot of the things that you talked about, right? Who have these patterns of self-judgment or self-sabotage, who have a relationship with the food that is maybe not as conscious as they'd like it to be. There's a lot of eating that happens without you thinking about it, who have these patterns of starting and stopping and not understanding why, who have a lot of stress and anxiety around the decisions that are involved in that process and want to feel like there's someone there who actually knows what they're doing and who has the experience and the expertise to answer all those questions and make you feel confident about the choices that you're making every day. That's the sort of relationship that I've been able to build with those clients who are in that container with me.
That's amazing. You know, family, I don't want us to emerge from this quarantine unhealthy. It's not about, I don't want you to emerge fat, because I don't like that word, right? That's an abusive word. I want you all to emerge. I want us all as a family, as a community, COME, unity. I want us all to emerge healthier. So like Jay being able to honor that coupon code, Jay being, this is a resource for you. I want you all to be, us all to be able to emerge healthier in all aspects, mentally, physically, spiritually, and even financially. And so me personally, fam, in full transparency, I did lose all of my contracts, all of my jobs, but I have not lost my faith. and I have not lost my willingness to serve, and also just like my go-getter spirit. So now I'm looking at different ways to be innovative for myself, to take care of my own self, to run my business, et cetera, et cetera. And with that being said, I also have invested in, I still have my counseling sessions that are not cheap, honey.
Same.
And Jay is also my coach. And so I'm still making that investment in myself. You know, that stimulus check, it shouldn't all go to Fashion Nova, honey. It should
Right.
not, you know what I'm saying? Like, but in all seriousness, we got to be able to invest back in ourselves, because when you invest in yourself, it's going to pay off in a big way. And I am telling you right now, from experience, I know how easy it is to go downstairs in that kitchen and just unconsciously grab some food because I might be feeling some type of way, or stay up in that bed and watch Netflix all day and eat gluten-free cookies. Like, I could legit do that. Being able to have a coach is someone that you're accountable to. And it also shifts your mindset from, oh, COVID-19, I don't have this, I don't have that, or these kids are stressing me out, I need my own time. It shifts your focus onto yourself, right? And so, yeah, I wanted to ask you also, for those of us that are entrepreneurs out there, I've been able to see you, Jay, go from before you were certified to being certified, and then running an amazing, successful online business. How did you, like, what? Who pushed you? Was it yourself? Like, how did you, the branding, how did you start all of that?
That's a good question. And I appreciate it. I've gotten help, and I've like just kept trying. Like, that was the biggest thing. Like, when I first got certified, I thought it was like gonna be magic. Like, what does that say? And then we're getting home quarantine. Yeah, it totally can happen. And you can totally lose that weight back in 4 to 6 weeks if you wanted to. It's all about just taking the right actions consistently and getting right back up again. But the business growing process has been like just this process of like continuing to keep showing up and giving value every day. I mean, that's been the biggest driver for me. Moving past my fear, consistently showing up on social media, and then actually being really invested in helping the people that I have not only get results, but have a good experience. So that's, I think, is what allowed a lot of my clients to be willing to sell for me, which has helped. And I've gotten business coaches and like life coaches along the way and stuff to help fill in the gaps of the things that I'm not strong at, so that I can get better, so that I can touch more people with my mission, so that more people can know about the work that I do, so that more people can live a long and healthy life in a body that they love. Because that's what I've gotten out of my own personal journey with health and fitness. It's went from feeling like I wasn't in control, feeling like weights with me and strength training, but you also get cardio and the super health, feeling like, oh, is this never going to happen, to having so much positive expectation and trust and faith in that whatever it is that I desire to happen in my health and wellness, like, that's how it gets to be. And sometimes it may take more patience, and sometimes it doesn't happen on the timeline that I want. But like I get to have exactly what I want to have in that area of my life, and I know how good that feels, and that's what I continue to be committed to advocate for other people.
That's amazing. So, wow, I'm blown away. I loved that you said I show up consistently for others and add value, and I love that. A lot of us are not able to be consistent, you know, because our minds are here, our minds are there. So if we're breaking past that procrastination and focusing on consistent in whatever you do, right? I
Right.
think that that's like the first step. So if people want to sign up with you, what do they need to do?
So you can go to the link in my bio. The very have a little link tree there. The first one is for Lean and Confident Live, which I just talked about, which you get up to 6 live classes per week. I brought on my best friend who's a professional dancer and Broadway performer to teach 3 cardio dance classes per week as well. So you're not just lifting weights with me and strength training, but you also get cardio in a super fun way. And we're going to have a private Facebook community for that to keep you motivated, to hold you accountable. And it's just going to be a great time.
That is awesome. And again, if you all sign up with him today, and you mention the coupon code MELRO, MELRO, you'll get 20% off, which is amazing. But it's only today until 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we're just, oh, and also you mentioned there were some free workouts.
Yes, that's
So,
also,
mhm.
I was going to say that's also in the link in my bio. So I think it's the second link. First one's Lean and Confident Line. Second one, it says free 10 Jay's 10 favorite bodyweight exercises. You just put your email in there, and then that'll be dropped in your inbox. I have a video in there, explains not only the workouts, but the technique. It's free coaching, basically. But it's also an opportunity for you to get a chance to experience my vibe and my workout style. So
That's awesome. Well, Jay, you are, whew, I'm just saluting you. So proud of you. Grateful for your consistency to give back to yourself and to the community. And is there anything else that you'd like to let our community of people know that are in this live?
That's a good question. No, I really appreciate your time, and I stand by what I said. That's what I want more people to know is you can have exactly what you want from your health and fitness journey. Like your work is to remove everything that's going on in here that says that you can't have it, that says that it's too hard, that says that that work is just for other people, that says that you can't do that, that says that, but my past says, but that says that I've tried this before and it didn't work. Like you can have whatever you want. You get to feel good in your body. You get to feel confident every day if that's what you're willing to choose. And that's what you are willing to take actions from that place.
Dope. Well, fam, we're going to sign off. y'allarethebomb.org/everything.
Yes.
I'm going to save this live. So if you missed any of it, you can go back and listen in. But make sure you guys follow at Gym with Jay. Hit him up, hire him. He's amazing. He's dope. If you want to bless his Cash App, because it's not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We really, really, really appreciate you. You could do that too, but we'll be back another time. All right.
Thanks everyone for coming on.
Okay, bye.